welcome SOW Universe to SOW Ignition. We are live tonight from the Ford, Wyoming Center in Casper, Wyoming, and we are leading off the show with the contract signing for the SOW National Heavyweight Championship match at Spring Carnival. Here to officiate this signing is, of course, the SOW General Manager, Hera. Fans happy to see Hera, as always, even if it's not in a wrestling capacity. She will always be a beloved member of the SOW and wider wrestling communities. But of course, the first competitor in this national heavyweight match, the challenger for the title, representing Reyes de la Lucha, it is Levy de Guerra. This is a man who has been looking to claim championship gold for quite some time, ever since it began here in SOW. He is coming close to a year in the company, as are many of our competitors. And he still has yet to put a title around his waist. That is something I am sure he is hoping to change this Saturday. But the man that stands in his way is a man that is not going to be willing to part with that belt in any easy capacity. It is the current reigning and defending SOW National Heavyweight Champion, the Emperor, Caster Clint. Of course, we have a packed out card here tonight. Muramasa Hikari will be taking on Keiko right after this. We got Levy taking on Avery Edwards. Do Ha-eun and Daya Keaton face off for the second time. And our main event is the World Tag 500 Finals, as Death Row take on M.E.A.T. We'll talk more about that later. For now, we have this contract signing to get underway. Unshockingly, Caster has got a very low opinion of his opponent this Saturday. This is something I'm sure Ray is both used to and sick of hearing. Some harsh words for the Wyoming crowd. Caster's never been known to be polite to the audience, but it's a little disappointing that he would stoop so low as to attack the crowd directly.
5 minutes gone.
Ray is talking that talk right now. Whew. In just 3 days' time, SOW presents Spring Carnival, Saturday, May 17th, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, on twitch.tv/DevilDeVille. The first match will be the World Heavyweight Championship on the line as ZC Woods takes on champion Nagadomi Ali. And next on the card, Aaron Payne has requested a multi-man grudge match against Death Row. Unfortunately, we won't know all the members of the match until match time, but next will be the National Heavyweight Championship as El Rey de Guerra takes on the current champion, Caster Leakton, for the third time. Then it'll be the Women's National Championship, Nishikazumi, Charlie Seen, last woman standing. And the main event will be the World Tag Team Championships, where the winner of the World Tag 500, either M.E.A.T or Death Row, will take on Moment for Life. All of this will be live this Saturday on Spring Carnival. It's time for our first match of the night. And this time, the Dark Star Muramasa Hikari. Well, let's hope she's here to make a slightly better impression. I mean, last time she was just here to try to use SOW to push herself forward. I don't know why we've given her another match here tonight, but fans do still seem to enjoy her and hear them cheering. Now, her opponent tonight is the Onamusha Keiko, somebody who we have not had too many opportunities to see here on Ignition. So I'm actually excited to... Wait a minute. Okay. Huh. Well, all right. I mean, it sounds like she's going to be coming back at some point for revenge against Bea Quinn. But right now she has a very different opponent that she should probably be focusing on a bit more. And we can hear the crowds are very excited to see this, as the Onamusha comes down to the ring, her patented blade in hand. This is going to be a difficult match to predict. I know that with Keiko, you have to watch out for her incredibly dangerous knee strikes. The katana and the temple knee both do some incredibly devastating damage if they land. Starting with a simple lockup here into a front headlock. Tripped her down, caught the leg, and ending with just a stomp to the back, punch to the gut there to knock her back, trying to create a little distance, but Muramasa Hikari will not give it to Keiko. Solid step up Enziguri, looking for an early cover, doesn't get the one. Now gets dragged around the ring a bit. There's a couple of arm drags, nice knee strike counter there. Muramasa was looking to a takedown, but Keiko not willing to go to the mat. She knows Muramasa Hikari is a very technical wrestler. One of the most technically gifted out of all of Glory's talent. And Keiko very quick to push away from mat-related conflict. Doesn't want to let that mat-related offense come at her from Hikari. Reverses the headlock into a hammerlock, but a snapmare takes her back to the mat. Now, a side headlock looking to add some extra wrenching to it, but doesn't get much in as Keiko knocks Hikari back off again. And a regular Enziguri this time. Keiko was trying to throw Hikari to the corner, but got reversed. And now Hikari off the ropes, arm drag. We've got an exchange, low kicks. Ooh, nice soul butt to finish it off, and some side knees. Or knees to the side of the body. Again, countering the side headlock attempt. Nice Hurricane Rana. Elbow drop to the arm. Inflicting some damage to the arm is actually very smart from Keiko. That'll do a good bit to lower the amount of offense Muramasa Hikari will get off. Was looking for the Game Giri. Hikari ducked it. It's a bit early to be going for that big kick, but Keiko thought that if she could get it off, it would do a big way in the way of getting her a quick win in this match. Neck breaker from Hikari, but both women right up. Blocks the rolling elbow, but gets hit with a stiff elbow strike to the chin. Now she sends Hikari to the ropes, ducks under, off the ropes, shoulder tackle, and a suplex to the outside. Realistically, if Keiko wants to win this match, she's gonna have to keep up this pace. She can't let Hikari slow things down. She can't let Hikari get things to the mat, get things working. But there is more to Hikari's offense than just the technical wrestling. So you gotta keep on top of her. You can't let her set the pace. But you also can't let her settle into your pace either. It's a very, very tricky situation, which Bea Quinn was able to figure out. You're gonna have to figure out a way to shift the pace in exactly the right moment to keep Hikari off of her game while setting up your own personal finishing moves. Hikari sends her to the corner. Back elbow, toss to the center of the ring. This is not a place you want to be when Muramasa Hikari is coming after you. Very smart there, doing a quick arm wringer. Hikari off the ropes. There's that Frankenstein or Hurricane Rana maneuver again. Another double knee drop to the arm. I know Keiko does favor that bridging hammerlock submission as well as her knee strikes. We'll have to see if we end up seeing that. She's doing a lot of arm work here. Hikari's gonna have to be careful of that as well. Wait a minute, the fisherman suplex! And though the ropes were right there, Keiko didn't use them, ended up kicking out. I'm not sure if she was just waiting. Oh, but here we are. We know that this leads to that violent shooting running knee strike, and there it is. Into the cover. It was a solid cover, not necessarily the strongest you could get, but Arm was holding down the shoulders, leg was hooked. Can't ask for too much more. But it wasn't enough to keep Hikari down. Nice roll through backbreaker there. Ooh, cartwheel into a back kick, into a standing moonsault for the cover. Can she get the 3? No. Spinning back kick immediately into a half crab. Now an exchange of kicks from both sides. Gunman giddy, but not enough. Massive kick to the back of the head. Keiko looks to lift her up, but can't do it as she gets tossed over by Hikari.
2.
Wait a minute, the katana! That could be it right there. Deep cover, 1, 2, no! I really thought it was over for a moment, to be honest, but it looks like Keiko is not going to let up on the pressure as she hits a second violent shooting, but Hikari just springs up. And now the side headlock, working the neck, working the head area, chancery suplex, that's both the arm and the neck. That'll highly reduce the offense that Keiko can pull off in terms of her own arm-based submissions. But Keiko not slowing down still with a tope suicida.
3.
Hikari throws her back into the ring, not looking for much on the outside, but then throws her to the apron. Elbows are off. Taking a moment to rest.
2.
Into the ropes, Hikari sends Keiko for a Manhattan drop into a front suplex. Thrust kick to the chin, deep cover. Almost got the 3, but not quite. Tosses her back to the outside, taking another rest. Hikari taking this slow, keeping her breath up. That's that technical prowess, that experience. Spanish fly from a standing position. And that's that junior high flying style Hikari used to be known for, that she still can bust out at a moment's notice. She switched to a more technical style because the high flying style was too common in Glory in her mind. And there's a third violent shooting. That's got to be it. It's, oh, what? A back soul butt. Dodged the enziguri attempt, but got caught with the rewind soul butt style kick. A drop kick takes Keiko down, and Hikari's just looking for a cover off of that. I've seen her win matches with interesting moves before, but man.
2.
Off the ropes goes Hikari, caught with that black hole style slam. But even that's not enough. Keiko sends her back into the ropes, goes off the ropes herself this time. Jumping knee. Big axe kick. Picks her up again. But gets caught with a Frankensteiner, driving the skull straight to the mat. Hikari off the ropes. Second Frankensteiner. Third Frankensteiner. Calls her up. And the modified Fisherman Buster. That could do it. Hikari's up into the cover. 1, 2, and it does. Well, it was a valiant effort from Keiko, one of the most impressive performances we've seen from the high gear debuts. Unfortunately, she couldn't clinch the victory this time. What we just saw backstage, Keiko and Kimiko having a bit of a tense conversation over the happenings from Supercharged. Kimiko, for those who did not see last Saturday's High Gear, is now officially an Ignition competitor again. She won the Re-Ignition match against Cameron Stone. And that is why she is here permanently from now on. We should be seeing her start competing in matches on Ignition again very soon. But right now, oh boy, it's Steve! And he's here to teach a lesson to this man. This man who has been ranting and raving and carrying on. Yes, sir, he is indeed an asshole, yo. It is the European Dragon, Avery Edwards. And he has had a lot of opinions, still wearing that damn Ring of War shirt. He's had a lot of opinions on Ryan Richardson lately. But I think we can at least put those words of his to rest after Ryan's performance on last week's Ignition. He may not have won the match, but he certainly won our hearts with how well he performed and how close he came to toppling the unmatched ace. Avery with some hefty European uppercuts, a kick to the face, just straight boot knuckle. Steve Levy looking to make a comeback quickly because Avery Edwards, he doesn't want to let him set the pace. And Avery's doing everything he can to do exactly that. Massive punch to the chin sends Avery straight to the mat. Another uppercut from Avery. Shot block. Bit of a cheap tactic. No. Do what you need to do to get the win in any wrestling company. As long as it's not against the rules, it's valid. And throwing Avery to the outside, but not looking to follow him. Or maybe I'm just full of shit. Maybe I just don't know anything. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm just an idiot. As he dives to the outside cross body. Avery was looking to pick him up for one of those pump handle moves. Steve Levy dodged it, but got caught with another big uppercut. And here we go with an exchange of punch to uppercut. And Avery coming out on top. Those stiff uppercuts really do take a lot of pretty much anyone they hit. Steve isn't willing to just lie down and let Avery get away with that, as he chops and fights back. Been very back and forth so far, actually. Roll through, looked like a schoolboy attempt, but faked him out, going instead for a mounted position, series of punches. Solid reversal from Avery Edwards there, and a good counter from Steve. Again, another reversal from Avery. And Steve breaking free again. Avery catches him with a knee, and realistically, the main thing you got to look out for here, a lot of arm work attempts here from Steve Levy. The main thing you got to look out for with Avery is those elbow strikes. He's knocked out a lot of people with a solid elbow to the chin. But for Avery, what he has to look out for, I mean, there's a lot. There's those DDTs that Steve has become known for. There's the sharpshooter he calls the Hornet's Nest. He's got the coffin drop, among other maneuvers in his repertoire that could take almost any man down. Steve Levy has a massive playbook. Nice sidewalk style slam there. Locking the leg up, gonna get some leg work in early. That'll really benefit him down the line if he's going the sharpshooter route. Double knees from the top from the European Dragon. It's not often we see him fly. It's less often we see him succeed. And there's one of those strong elbow strikes I was talking about earlier. Gets a 2 count this early in the match. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You've got to watch out for those. He can knock a man out with one of those in seconds. I mean, I've seen him finish a match in literally 8 seconds. Just a stiff elbow to the chin and the guy was out. Nice drop toe hold from Steve. Was looking to go up top, maybe looking to fly, maybe looking for that coffin stomp. But what Avery Edwards was up just a little too fast. Avery picks him up, sit out power bomb, but doesn't stick the cover. Avery might be feeling a little bit of pain from the last time he was on TV here. That sharpshooter he was locked in, he passed out pretty dang quickly.
2.
Something might be bothering him in that lower back. Strong single chop in the corner there from Steve Levy. And now the figure 4 leg lock applied. That's another one of those moves you've got to be very wary of. Avery manages to pull his way free.
10 minutes gone.
As we are now 10 minutes into this match. Avery hammering away with those elbow butts. And ending it with a strong uppercut following a series of short elbows. Double stomp to the stomach. Again, it is not often you see Avery Edwards fly, but when he does, man, the impact he brings. A solid suplex there from Steve Levy to the European Dragon. And Avery looking for a chance to rest, or maybe I'm just stupid something. I'm just moron. As he hits a sledgehammer to the outside, and he flips off the crowd. Come on, that's not necessary. Big side slam on the outside, a bit of a stall to it there. Throws Avery into the barricade. And if Avery's lower back is affecting him in this match, that is definitely not a move you want to take on the outside, is those sidewalk slams, because that is all back. Wait a minute, a tiger suplex from the top into an immediate cover. Very smart of Avery Edwards to go for the cover, but wasn't able to get the 3. And Steve Levy with a pile driver, roaring now as he goes up top. And there it is, the coffin drop. Pulls the legs away from the ropes, but Avery grabs them with his arm that was still free instead. And Steve tossing him to the outside. Looking for another diving crossbody, lands it strong across the chest.
4. 5.
A hammer lock, lariat!
6.
Kojima.
7.
Count is up to 7.
8.
And both men are back in the ring at 8. Big punch to the chest of Avery Edwards. Avery follows it up with an uppercut, but then gets hit with another punch, and now caught in a chin lock here on the mat. Manages to get his foot on the ropes as the crowd is asking these two to fight forever. They are into this one here tonight. Avery goes up top. Steve knocks him down, but doesn't want to fly again right now, instead taking a moment to breathe. And those big hammers to the chest. Wait a minute! Code red! 1, 2. Or I guess when Steve Levy's doing it in this outfit, it's code yellow. In fact, I think that's what I'm gonna call it from now on. When Steve Levy hits that move, it's a code yellow. They're circling each other, they're looking for an opening. Wait a minute. Oh my God, already code yellow! But a kick out does not get the 3 off of it. And a big German suplex picks him up, looks for another one, but gets thrown over with an arm drag. Harai Goshi style. Another leg lock there from the Hardcore Hornet. And now here we go, another exchange. Those chest hammers versus the chops. There's those short elbows, that big uppercut. This time, Steve Levy manages to take the win in that exchange. Big drop kick to the chest as the result. But he just can't have an answer to those uppercuts, and oh my God. You stop flipping off the crowd. Oh, nice duck there from Steve as he lands a bulldog counter. Went for a go behind Steve Levy, managing to pull his way away. Oh my God, the pump handle! Power slam! That could do it! But no, Steve kicks out at 2. And another bulldog! And he's got his legs tied up! The Hornet's Nest! And he taps! Steve Levy, the Hardcore Hornet, wins in his debut on Ignition. Well, it looks like it is time for a death game here tonight, because the Ignition Champions music just hit, which means we're about to get our Ignition Champions Edict for the evening.
I've always followed my own direction. No one can pull me out. I've always felt different from the others.
lot of trouble with Death Row. So I'm sure that he has some kind of plan here tonight in order to deal with them ahead of this Saturday's match. Oh, great. Okay, cool. Well, I was expecting to at least hear something from Aaron before we jumped into this, but I guess, sure, let's just get it out of the way. We all know what's gonna happen. We all knew that they were coming down. We might as well deal with it. While this is going, I suppose I can use this to go over our finals, our World Tag 500 Finals main event tonight. It will be potentially 2 matches as we enter the first finals, the winner's bracket first initial finals. Death Row takes on M.E.A.T. That is Death Row, Clint, Kassidy, and Trent Taylor, not Death Row, the stable. Kevin Daniels absolutely set the naming up like that just to tick me specifically off. But if M.E.A.T is able to defeat Death Row in the finals, then there will be a bracket reset under which they will immediately wrestle again in what will be called the Grand Finals. And I am looking for them to win twice in a row tonight. Sounds like right now, Aaron is actually ready to go toe-to-toe with any member of Death Row right now. Of course, we know that it won't be Clint or Trent as they are busy later tonight, but I have a feeling who Kevin Daniels is going to send, given Elijah Lee has already had his competition with Aaron Payne earlier, I think last month. Oh, always banning everyone from ringside. So whoever Kevin Daniels picks is going to have to be somebody who is okay with not having any assistance from the outside. Which again, given who I am presuming it's going to be, might actually not be as big of a problem as Aaron is hoping for it to be. We are back, and of course, as I was expecting, Hikari Oyet was the one selected by Kevin Daniels. A man of his size, stature, and power is not somebody who is generally going to be worried about having to compete without assistance. He's taken off the ceremonial beads tonight, looking for a more serious competition. Does look a bit odd with them off, but you know, sometimes you just do what you gotta. Big elbow strike to the chin there, takes Aaron to the mat. Series of punches, not legal. And the ref was quick to start the count, but Aaron broke free before it even really became necessary. Knee lifts to the stomach. And one thing you've got to be worried about if you're Aaron Payne tonight is what this match might leave you in condition-wise on Saturday. I mean, it's only 3 days away. Technically less time than a full, so it's not a full 72 hours. I said 3 days, it's actually 2 days away. I've been saying 3 days, that's been my bad. I've been thinking of it as 3, but it's technically under 48 hours away, so. Aaron's gonna have to finish this one up quickly if he wants to go into that match in top form. Of course, we know that the man in the ring, Hikari Oyet, will be one of the potential 4 members of Death Row in that match. As him and Elijah Lee are already out of the World Tag 500. If Clint and Trent are successful tonight, though, and make it to the main event, they will not be allowed to compete in that multi-man grudge match. which means that Kevin Daniels will have to make some calls to get some friends, if he even has any, to represent Death Row in that match at Spring Carnival. Both men have taken this to the outside. Of course, Aaron himself has to get some friends as well. That shouldn't be too hard for him, though he has been making a lot more enemies as of late. I'm not sure what that sound cue was from the production backstage, but a massive stomp to the chest. Hikari Oyet has introduced a sledgehammer into this match and has fallen on it pretty early, but he whips Aaron up into the air, and Aaron lands straight on the sledgehammer. That had to hurt.
Give up. Give up.
Elbow to the chin there. Big knee to the chin as well right after. Aaron looking for an eye poke into a roll-up. Ooh, but he misjudged his positioning, fell backwards onto that sledgehammer. That's got to hurt. Manages to slip behind, goes for a schoolboy this time. And now, looking for a snapmare onto the sledgehammer. Moonsault, but gets tossed off immediately. Hikari sets Aaron up into the corner. Sets him up on the top. Aaron counters, rolls him over on the sledgehammer for a 2. And Hikari Oyet picks him up in the torture rack. Hikari having to catch his breath here. Massive elbow, European uppercut there in the corner, but Aaron so quick to recover. And Hikari has used up a lot of his energy. This is actually a little rare for Hikari Oyet to get gassed like this. All those blows from the sledgehammer falling onto it as many times as he did, it's clear that was a mistake on his part. Utilizing a weapon like that in this match has backfired pretty severely, but there's a massive backbreaker to Aaron Payne, and another one into a cover. But again, Hikari right back to trying to catch his breath, and Aaron not staying down long enough for Hikari to do so. Nice catapult there. Aaron drop kicks him down. Hikari throws Aaron to the apron. Elbow. Wait a minute. No way, no way. Oh my God! Jesus. And there's another sledgehammer. He goes for a swing. Aaron dodges it. And with the Pepsi twist! Hammer locked lariat. Aaron gets back into the ring away from that sledgehammer, and Hikari taking some time to breathe, grabs a barbed wire bat, and he's trying to swing it in the ring. Aaron had to dodge and then counter quickly to prevent a DQ here. Massive European uppercut, but Aaron back up, responds to an enziguri, picks Hikari up a bit, tornado kick, and a Pele as well. Aaron Payne's picking up the pace here, but Hikari Oyet just unable to keep up. He's tossing Aaron around. And it looks like he's finally going to take some time here to rest and recover in the center of the ring. You can see the sweat starting to glow off of him, but oh my God! Go to sleep! 1, 2, that's it. Good night, Hikari. Aaron was just 2 on top of him this match. Even when he finally got a chance to recover, all it took was a knee to the chin, and he was out. As usual, Quinn can't even be bothered to show up. She had this whole little speech about how she was going to be around more often and wrestle more, and she has one match and then she's gone. Ugh. I'd really like to like M.E.A.T, to be honest with you, but she hasn't changed. Well, right now, we have a much more important thing going on as Do Ha-eun is taking on Daya Keaton. Both of these women are pretty evenly ranked in the current SOW rankings. In fact, I believe they are even at 4 wins, 4 losses apiece. So a win here would actually define whoever is going to be leading this division. And for Do Ha-eun, it's another step closer to getting another match with Kimura Aiko. But of course, Daya Keaton absolutely looking for revenge after having been defeated by Do Ha-eun just a few months back. Both of these women were semi-finalists in the Grand Prix. And have had a multitude of high-profile wins here in SOW. And though they've had some significant losses, the majority of their losses have been to pretty top-name talent, with kind of the exception of Adashko having beaten Do Ha-eun. But we can't really say for sure if that was a genuine win or if Do let her win. As it stands, Daya Keaton really looking to come out on top of this match because she needs some momentum to build if she wants to get back at that world title. She hasn't had an opportunity since Autumn Draft, where she was cheated out of her chance at the title by M.E.A.T Quinn's then faction, the Jurisdiction. Scoop lift suplex here from Daya Keaton. Of course, Do Ha-eun has never had an opportunity for the Women's World Championship, and as things currently stand, genuinely cannot compete with it. So a loss here just continues to set her back from ever challenging for that title, as long as it's around Aiko's waist. And you know that Do Ha-eun would want nothing more than to be the woman to take it off of Aiko. In fact, I would imagine the only reason she's interested in the title right now is because Aiko has it. We've seen that series of punches into an overhead elbow strike a few times from Do in this match. She's really trying to work Daya down, work the head and neck area. Oh, there's that back elbow. We know what that leads to. Here comes the cannonball. This is how Daya begins to set up her pace, usually. But Do, not letting it happen, whips Daya into the corner with a headbutt, and then plants herself right back on Daya for the cover. Daya kicks out. Now we have an exchange of blows.
5 minutes gone.
Just straight shots to each other's faces. A big shot takes Daya to the mat, or Do to the mat from Daya. Double stomp from Daya to Do's chest. Another overhead elbow strike from Do, but this time Daya picks her up, drops her down with a gourd buster. She's got a step over arm wrench, hold applied, doesn't last very long. Now Daya's picked her up, spins her around. Oh, what? Okay, yep, she made herself dizzy for that. Tries to knock her out with a kick, but when Daya dodges, Do just floats into a moonsault. Discus lariat! That could do it right there. 1, 2, no. Big double chomp to the chest, picks Do up. Now Do's picking Daya up. I mean, here we go again. Big elbow to the head. Series of kicks from Queen Chaos to the Pirate Princess. Almost forgot. Sorry. Nightmare Princess, Dread Pirate, Clockwork Orange, contractual obligation fulfilled. Catches her dodging the lariat, goes for a Hurricane Rana roll up, but doesn't. Like right at the ropes, so Daya gets out. Back elbow. And here comes the cannonball again for the second time this match. Picks her up, tosses her to the other corner, was going for it again, but Do Ha-eun caught it. But gets caught herself with an armbar, and Daya's not letting go. Do's forced to break out on her own because Daya was going to use that count. Oh, here Do comes with a brain buster. And do another moonsault this time. Daya sends Do into the ropes, but Do counters what Daya was looking for. Oh, now Daya's countering whatever Do's looking for in that corner. But Daya sends Do sends Daya over to the other corner, tosses her to the center of the ring. Off the rope, sliding drop kick. Ooh, knocks the head into the jaw, but gets caught with a coconut crush. Drop kick to the chest. Daya's back up. Helm! Wait a minute. No way! It's time! Ultra violence! Wait, what's that? Daya was holding her neck! Oh my god! We're gonna have to get Daya back to medicals. She might have injured something there, but for the time being, folks, Do Ha-eun, once again, your winner. And now it's time for ZC Woods to come down and address Nagadomi Ali for their match at Spring Carnival. Now, I can't say I have super high hopes for this match, unfortunately. Because even if ZC Woods manages to win and does bring the title back to SOW, he's made it very clear that it's not necessarily for our, well, it says it's for our good, but it's not the way we want that title brought back. You know, honestly, with the way his stablemates have been handling their belts, I can only imagine that what will happen is exactly what's been happening with Nagadomi Ali. We'll only see the championship at pay-per-views. And I don't mean only see it defended, I mean like only see it in person at pay-per-view. Yeah, it seems like he definitely has no intention of coming down. And there it is. That is exactly what I was talking about earlier. It sounds almost like he'd be happy if Nagadomi was just never defending the title at all. Which,
5 minutes gone.
we're just in between a rock and a hard place here. It almost feels like I'm gonna have to be cheering for Nagadomi to... This is unexpected. That's fucking ominous. Well, it is main event time here on SOW Ignition, and we are leading off with the current top of the World Tag 500 brackets with a record of 4-0 in the tournament. They are the winners bracket finalists. Clint Kassidy and Trent Taylor. Death Row. God, I do not want these two to win this belt. There's so many people on the show upcoming that I just don't want to be champion. But with Death Row, it's more so just because I don't want to hear Kevin Daniels bragging about it. So tonight, I'm looking forward to a double victory from their challengers, the winners of the losers bracket. Oxymoron, I know, but that is what that is called. Mars Namor and Suave Jackson. Maximum effort always triumphs. AKA M.E.A.T. Every single time I see these two in a ring, I'm ready for some explosive offense. And they have been showing out lately. The strategy of Suave Jackson as the point man has been working for the majority of this tournament. The only team that has managed to one-up them was the two in the ring right now, two they are in the ring with right now. Clint Kassidy, Trent Taylor, two of the potential finalists of the first Grand Prix. They were in that triple threat and could have made it to the finals had they managed to defeat Hermes Rhapsodies, who would go on to become the world champion. So they technically both lost to the future world champion in that match. You could say they're almost, if not are, world champion material, world champion caliber wrestlers in their own right. Which leaves this as a very difficult challenge for M.E.A.T to overcome. But I believe they can do it. They beat the Destined Saviors, who are multi-time world tag team champions with some impressive reigns under their belts. Being taken out by M.E.A.T is a big deal. The only detriment to M.E.A.T right now is the inexperience as a team and as an individual for Suave Jackson. Mars Namor, however, has plenty of experience to make up for that deficit. The only worry that they really have is, can they overcome the weird synergy that Trent Taylor and Clint Kassidy have? Big stomp to the chest there, walking over Trent Taylor. Trent with a series of blows, catches him with that side headlock. He gets punched off. Series of big boots, one to the chest, another to the face. Follows it up with some punches to the head, but doesn't last very long. Snapmare, chop, kick, and then a tag. Oh, Mars with a standing choke to Clint. Trent trying to kick his legs out so he'll drop Trent. Mars was eventually forced to, but very impressive there to catch Clint off guard so quickly. Clint with a backhand chop. Now he's been caught, set up for the SOW special. Exchange between him and Suave Jackson coming off here. Blow for blow, Suave winning in the power game. Clint does not let up, another series of rapid punches to the chin. Suave lifts him back up, tosses him to the core. No! Fake out into a lariat. Very smart. Shoulder tackle takes Clint to the mat. Oh, but a big punch to the gut for Suave Jackson. Was then tossed out of the ring, but gets right back in. Suave is being very methodical with his counters here, making sure to plant them at the right times to continue the offense. And he's already built up to a setup here, looking for that spear. And I think he's gonna land it. Big spear. But Clint back up. Too early for a cover at all. Clint looking to lift Suave. Wasn't able to do it, so he gets some assistance from his partner for that vertical suplex. And now Suave fights Trent Taylor off and goes for the tag himself, looking to keep Mars Namor in the ring with the Twisted One. I think that is the format that they're wanting. M.E.A.T wants to keep Trent Taylor in there with Mars and Suave in there with Clint. That does seem to have been working in their favor so far. Mars able to handle Trent's more technical aspects, whereas Suave just outpowers Clint at every turn. And of course, as soon as he's getting out wrestled, Trent starts resorting to the dirty tactics. Oh, wait a minute. They're tagging Suave in now. I think they might have been expecting Trent to tag out, either that or Mars has noticed an opening to really get some damage in on Trent Taylor. And Suave, there it is, a power slam, but doesn't last very long with the cover, as Clint broke it up. Now Trent Taylor managing to work Suave over, but he does go for the tag. That leaves M.E.A.T setup that they want in. Nice rolling lariat from Clint, gets immediately broken up by Mars. and Suave with a quick pile driver. Wait a minute, oh my God. Oh, snapping the arm. He took that lariat and he said, you aren't delivering another one like that. And that makes Clint tag. He manages to hit a straight punch. Rolling neck breaker from Trent. What a combination there. Another series of punches to the back of the head. And here we are. It's the Decapitator. Deep cover. But Mars able to break it up. An electric chair drop to Clint from Mars. And I mean, you can see Clint and Trent were not expecting the breakup to be that quick. And the crowd is into this match. Hear them chanting, holy shit, and fight forever. Big kick into the super kick. But Mars right there, acting as a distraction. Oh wait, no, he's tagged in. I must have missed that. That's my bad. Mars picks him up. Face buster. Oh, Jesus. Trent Taylor, low drop kick, takes Mars' legs out from under. Mars just asking for more. Clint calls for the tag, gets it. Musso to Trent Taylor, but Clint Kassidy, already the legal man, sends Mars into the Death Row's own corner, or sorry, not Death Row's own corner, M.E.A.T's own corner, and oh, I think he was looking for that clothesline from hell, but Mars moved out of the way, gets the snapmare driver, but gets caught with a double powerbomb head drop, and now it's time for town business. Cover, but oh my God, Mars Namor has used up they've used up all of their cut plays. Trent Taylor was able to break that pin up unabated. If Mars Namor had been able to come in, he might have been able to cut Trent off. Spear! Immediate cover, cut play used up on both sides, but Clint kicks out. Clint Kassidy surviving that spear. Town business, but Clint is still in the ring from the tag, was still able to break that up just before the end. And there's that Yakuza kick. Trent Taylor wasn't able to capitalize, gets caught with a power slam, but gets the ropes. Hammer blow to the back, pulled around into a lariat. Mars picks him back up. Clint with another hammer blow. And now, I said Mars earlier, Suave, my bad. Suave now set up in the corner, looking for the spear! Cover! Cut play's gone! This could be it! No! Trent Taylor survives! Starting to look bleak for M.E.A.T here. Suave has pulled out everything in his playbook almost. I think the only thing left is the Thunderfall. Now it's on Mars. Mars, lariat, sets him up to the center. And there is the rocket impact. 1, 2, 3. They've reset the bracket. We're gonna have a short break then, and then we're leading to the grand finals. So get ready, everybody. So we've got one more match. And here we go. They've chosen their starters to be the same as the starters for the first match, Clint and Suave. Trent likely looking for a rest after eating that rocket impact lariat. They got a bit of a one during the break, but he's wanting a little longer, is my guess. There's a series of blows from Clint Kassidy to Suave Jackson. Jumping elbow drop. And Suave with a pile driver real quick. And he's picking Clint up for a power bomb, but Clint gets back up. Suave immediately arm drags him back down. Big leg drop, Suave. Clint's back up again. Combination of blows and a tag to Trent. He's taking too much damage. Suave blocks the vertical suplex attempt, caught with a headlock, throws him off. And now a sledgehammer to the back of Trent Taylor. Series of blows from Suave now, arm drag, picks him up. He's dragging him towards the center. But Trent instantly up, comes off the ropes, elbow drop. Mars is caught for the tag. Suave is gonna go ahead and do it. Tags in Mars Namor. And Mars immediately catching Trent in an exchange here. And Trent winning the exchange against Mars Namor. You gotta wonder if the toll is being taken on M.E.A.T. Neither man really wrestles for this long, this often. Or I should say very often. Mars has run a 60-minute match before, but he had plenty of room to take breaks during that gauntlet. Here he is with a choke. Trent managing to slip free. Snapmare. And there's that chop kick combination. Leg drop right down the center. A little close there to not be DQ, but the ref is going to show a little discretion. Oh, and now the ref's down. Trent Taylor might be looking for an opportunity. No, the ref's back up and Trent chooses to tag. Oh my God, there is what Clint has been looking for this whole time. Tossing Suave. Trent pulls out a chair, it's legal on the outside, and he gets busted open on it. You see the paint starting to fade from Trent Taylor. Suave with a DDT to Clint Kassidy. He picks him up. He's going for another power bomb. And now, town business. Cover, 1, 2, cut play not active, but it's, oh man. Doesn't get the 3. That was a great opportunity. He's looking for another blazing tornado. He's got to get up and get the cover, but he can't do it in time. If he had gotten the cover there, cut play still not yet active, he might have been able to get this grand finals win before Trent could even break up a pin. A solid backdrop there from Suave Jackson to Trent Taylor, who is bleeding. He was busted open by Suave on the outside. I'm not sure if the chair actually had an impact. It seemed to have gotten tossed to the back. It sounded like it did, though. Now here's Mars, gets ducked, caught. Responds to the back elbow. Oh, wait a minute. The ref just gave a verbal warning there. And a big lariat in the corner across the chest. Catches him. Death Valley driver. But Trent, back up. A glutton for punishment is Trent Taylor. He picks Mars up, comes off the ropes. Oh, slips. That was a big opportunity, but Mars choosing to use it to tag instead. And wait a minute. Oh my God. What a combination from Clint and Trent. But Suave just, oh wait, he was looking, I think, for Thunderfall there. But got caught unawares. Death Valley driver to Clint, but Clint right back up. And a carb stop to Suave cover. Mars back in again. Mars has actually used up a cut play now. Town business cover. And now, wait a minute, Mars used up another cut play. Mars is getting a little reckless here. That's 2 cut plays down. And 6 shooter! Cover there, but Trent, no! Mars using up another cut play. That's all 4 cut plays for M.E.A.T. The only team with cut plays now, unless they're getting an additional one by the ref, is Death Row. And Death Row's got 2. Mars is getting concerned, I think, for Suave, knowing Suave doesn't usually wrestle this length of match. And he's acted a little rashly here, not putting his faith in his partner. A repulsor kick, though. Maybe he can seal the deal if he can get, oh. Took too long pumping himself up there. But another missed Joe drop kick. Oh, but Trent not returned brogue kick. Jesus. And goes rolling neck breaker. Picks him up. And now, I don't think Trent wants to be the only one with color as he's busting Mars open deep. And yeah, the crowd, unshockingly, chanting holy shit for that. Mars picks him up! Full salvo! Immediate cover, but Suave didn't pull him away from the ropes. Trent immediately grabbed the ropes. Decapitator! And all the cut play was used up. So Death Row is your Spring 2025 World Tag 500 winners. We had just cut to a break, but we're right back because while we are away, Moment for Life showed up and are confronting Death Row in the middle of the ring. Right now, Death Row managing to work together. Flying headbutt. And a chair stomps on it, trying to take out the ankle. A Moment for Life. Member the Phantom. Right now, Death Row is actually showing a pretty strong cohesion here, fighting off the tag champs. And Clint tosses Bray away, tosses the Nightmare away, but then gets tossed. And now, the Nightmare tossing Clint again, as both him and the Phantom start looking to handle Trent, and they're not letting Clint get close. Every time he gets close, they toss him away. And again, now into the corner, They're trying to divide and conquer here. And it's working. Spear. Huge headbutt. Clint's looking for his opening here. Gets caught though. And oh my God, Trent Taylor's taking another spear. Clint tossed away again. Trent blocks the combination. And then gets caught in a headlock as Trent is choked out with the mandible claw. Side buster. DDT. And now the catapult spear. And folks, I think we need to get this handled. Security needs to come down right now. All right, that is all we have for Ignition tonight. As always, I am your lead analyst, Devil D, and I am signing